Hello and welcome to another SkaredCast battle report. Today, I'm here at Northern Knights Gaming and we are having a battle. It's Space Marines versus Drukhari in this 1500 point match play game. Let's begin.
The Dark King.
And welcome to the battle report. Today we're playing, of course, the Raven Guard of fighting the Drukhari. And I'm here at Northern Knights Gaming, which is an awesome YouTube channel. Make sure you check them out. They're down near Toronto, Ontario, Canada, which is pretty much right next to it. The links will be down below. Check them out. Give them some support. They do live streams, they do battle reports, and a whole bunch of cool stuff. Let's dive into the armies that we're going to be using and then the mission that we shall be playing today.
I have 1,500 points of Raven Guard Successors, Master Artisans for that one reroll to hit, and I'm also going Hungry Battle, so they get +1 to advance and charge. Leading the army is my captain in Gravis Armor with the Power Fist. He is just going to be able to advance and charge with his roller trait.
Very cool.
I have a chaplain who's just really rocking it with the Raven Guard over there. And then I have a librarian. He's going to be the chief librarian.
Oh, very cool.
So aside from that, moving on to troops, I have a squad of infiltrators who are just going to be trying to deny deep strikes. A squad of assault intercessors who are just going to be trying to melee things and blend them up with the +1 to advance and charge. And then a regular squad, humble squad of intercessors with bolt rifles.
Very neat.
Moving on to heavy support, I have one squad of eliminators, 2 last fusils, and the sergeant has the carbine. So they can do jump, shoot, jump.
So useful.
And then with elites, we got Mr. Redemptor Dread here with the giant plasma cannon, who is going to be wiping things clean. And he also has an onslaught Gatling cannon. I have the Invictor tactical warsuit equipped with the Incendium Flamer, cleansing the heretics. Next up, fast attack. 2 squads of Invader ATVs. People find them strange, but I love the little design of them, Mario Kart style. And then squad of 4 Inceptors with plasma pistols.
AKA come down and murder anything they want instantly. Because I love that unit.
They're just gonna be hopefully not killing themselves when deep striking down.
I love it. There you have it, 1,500 points of mighty Space Marines. And here we have 1,500 points of Drukhari. Now I brought a triple patrol list because why not? If they're free and you get lots of options, you can mix and match stuff. Absolutely love it. Leading the army is a patrol of Coven Dark Creed, which is this little patrol right here. We have Warlord Drazar, so he gets his Hatred Eternal Warlord trait. 2 Venoms with Chain Snares and Grizzly Trophies, and 1 unit of Rax with an Ossifactor. My second patrol is led by Archon Skari himself, who has Ancient Evil, and he's got the Husk Blade that is going to be turned into the Jin Blade Relic. 2 units of Incubi, one of them is 6 strong, one is 5 strong, and 3 units of Kabalite Warriors. One of them has been upgraded to Trueborn, each unit with a Phantasm Grenade Launcher and a Blaster. Rounding out that detachment, 3 Raiders with Grizzly Trophies, Phantasm Grenade Launchers and Dark Lances. Then, of course, a Court of the Archon, because I always start my list with a Court of the Archon, because they're awesome. The last patrol is another Obsidian Rose Cabal patrol, like Archon Skari's, with a Succubus with Precision Strikes and the Triptych Whip, and 2 more units of Kabalite Warriors armed with Phantasm Grenade Launchers and Blasters. It's a MSU-style Drukhari list for 1,500 points. Let's see how it does against the mighty Primaris Space Marines. Out of the Nephilim pack today, we're playing Tide of Conviction. Of course, it's a hold 2, hold 3, hold more in a Dawn of War style deployment, which is going to get very interesting very quickly. So we're going to roll off, we'll do our deployments, and we'll come back and play the game. And here we are, after deployment. I put my Succubus and 5 Incubi in this Venom. I put 5 Racks back here, ready to kind of move up the side. On the center, I put my Court of the Archon, because they have the most wounds. I've put Archon Skari, Drazar, 5 Kabalite Warriors in that Raider. Put 6 Incubi in this Venom, and then I put the Trueborn and 5 Kabalites in here, and 2 units of 5 Kabalites in there. Now I don't have anything in reserve. I didn't put any pre-game or forward deploys or anything like that. As for secondaries, I decided to use Take Them Alive to kill the Marines in combat. Behind enemy lines, because I want to rush his lines and get points that way. And retrieve data, which is just an easy way of getting points without my opponent being able to take them away from me. If not, banners would be the other option, especially in this mission. But I don't like doing stuff and then having my opponent take points away from me, and then me having to do something again to get points. Let's take a look at the Space Marines. Space Marines.
Alright, so I mainly deploy my guys near the core of the battlefield because I really want those middle objectives. I took for my secondaries, grind them down because you're really squishy. I took Psychic Ritual because I need to go for the center and there's no other casters. And lastly, what was the last one I took?
You took one of your Raven Guard.
Oh yeah, right. I want to try this new one where I want to plant on the objectives, on my own ones. If you go on top of it, it's going to explode and deal more wounds to you.
That's awesome.
So stay away from me.
Stay away from me. You've got little Intercessor Squad there, 2 little ATVs back here, Redemptor Dreadnought, and you did forward deploy.
Yeah, the Invictor Tactical Warsuit is right over there, looking down the area over there.
Where the Succubus is.
Yes, I see where all your anti-tank is in that direction, so I'm trying to stay a little bit safe, at least for turn 1, turn 2.
I love it. And then, of course, your Infiltrators playing it safe back here. They can always reposition with guerrilla tactics as well.
Yep. And then lastly, I have Eliminators right here with the last pieces.
Yep, being able to move out, shoot, and move back again while staying safe. Okay, so with that, we're going to roll to see who has to take first turn, and we shall begin the game. I rolled a 3 to your 5. It is Space Marine turn number 1. So you redeployed the Eliminators with your Warlord trait.
Yes.
Yes, you basically get to pick up a core unit and kind of redeploy it anywhere off the board. Like, can be basically really close to me. Could use a giant unit of aggressors to do it too, if you had a big unit of aggressors and come in. It's one of the things I like about Raven Guard. But with that, we each get a command point. You go up to 4, I go to 3, and we'll be back after the movement phase. So, end of the movement phase, what did you end up doing?
Infiltrators are right here from infiltration. Everyone just started moving up, moving across the battlefield. I want to get to the middle. My librarian does need to do Psychic Ritual. That's why I'm trying to slowly push. If I go over aggressive though, you're just going to come at me with lots of capital lights.
You've played me before, haven't you?
I have.
Yes.
I know what to do.
So he decided to stay put, ready, waiting for the screens to get put into place. And you've got 1 unit being able to do the core infantry bomb on that one. You get 3 points for each objective you put a bomb on, as long as you don't explode the bomb. Now that means there's lots of objectives. It is a great thing. Once you put it down, I can't do anything about it unless you blow it up, right?
Yep.
So it's a good secondary, actually. It's not terrible. He was going to be just out of range to like shoot me, so you decided to keep him nice and safe.
Because I know that in case I fail to kill that thing, Murder Succubus just can come out.
Murder Succubus does murder. She does murder things. That's literally what she does.
I'm gonna make sure not to get murdered this time.
I like it. So with that, we're gonna dive into the shooting phase. You did do Recitation of Focus with your chaplain into the Dreadnought, and you failed the other one.
Cataclysm of Fire, which is +1 wound against the closest target to hit.
Okay, very cool.
For shooting.
I like it. I only use Black Templar litanies, so I don't know anything about regular Marine litanies. Okay, end of the shooting phase. We just had the last fusils basically shoot into the venom, do 3 damage as 1 last fusil went through, and no other damage done. But other than that, everything is pretty much hidden behind line of sight blocking terrain. And with that, we're gonna move on to Drukhari turn number 1. And of course, these Assault Intercessors did put a bomb on that objective for 3 points. Okay, here we are after my moon phase. The racks essentially move back. I'm just zoning out this corner back here, and then 9 inches to the court, which I've strung out. And then essentially, you can't put the whole unit of plasma guys back here because they're so big. And then that venom kind of helps block off. So I'm using 3 units here to block off this entire area of the table from his plasmas. The Succubus has moved up in her Venom of Death, and then Archon Skari's moved up with Drazar and 5 Cavalite Warriors in here onto that objective. Both of these raiders have moved up this way and essentially getting a nice line of sight on some of the Space Marines on that end, while having all the guns that they need in there as well. So with that, I'm going to start shooting. I think the aim here is going to be shoot. Probably one of these raiders will fire and fade to make sure I get up, and then get onto this objective to get 2 bonus points for the mission. And as well push into that flank. Once I get that, I'll secure my behind enemy lines. Okay, so with that, let's dive in to the shooting phase, see what I can do. And there we have it after my shooting phase. I did get a couple of nice Dark Lance / long range blaster shots into the Dreadnought, bring him down to 7 wounds remaining. So almost bracketed him, but not enough to bracket him completely. I almost killed the ATV, bring it down to 2 wounds remaining, and I put 1 wound on this Space Marine back here. But mainly a positioning turn, and I fire and faded onto that objective to get myself 2 bonus points. You do hold 2 objectives as you start your turn, which will bring you up to 4 primary points. And I did do my first retreat data with those rackety racks. So with that, we're on to Space Marine turn number 2. Space Marines, what did you end up doing for turn number 2 movement?
Being more aggressive here, I got the Invictor Tactical Warsuit, parking himself over here. Eliminators are here just to try to get some sneaky shots.
Yep.
I put, most importantly, these intercessors who have a death wish are going to plant the bomb on that objective.
That's
so
3 points, so that's really good.
Otherwise, it's going to blow up in your face.
Yeah.
Assault intercessors can advance. They move up here, and they can advance and charge thanks to my captain's warlord trait. Dreadnought moved up with his 7 wounds remaining. Hopefully, get some kills before he ends up bursting into flames.
I like it. And then, of course,
Inceptors have to deploy here because they're not character protected. Everything has to move forward.
if that Dreadnought dies, all of a sudden those 2 characters are very dead.
Yes.
So
They're bodyguards right now.
You're definitely trying to keep them alive. So with that, it's onto the shooting phase. You know, you're trying to do some damage. You want to crack open the venom. You've got a charge with those intercessors, depending on where you want to go with them. And you've got lots of shooting with plasmas and other guns as well. So with that, into the shooting phase, let's see what the Space Marines can do. But they have started the action on that objective to sabotage it and put explosives on it. Decent shooting phase for the Space Marines, bringing this rack unit with the Incendium Cannon down to 1 rack remaining. And then, of course, every shooting here killed 1 Raider and 1, they got out over here. And then killing the Venom, the Incubi and the Succubus got out, but then the Invictor Tactical Warsuit actually nuked the Incubi, and there's only 1 remaining, even taking down the Clavex. However, on this side, this Raider was the champion and survived with 1 wound remaining after taking a million multi-melt dust to the face, which was great. So with that, they can declare charge, even though they advanced because of his warlord trait within 6 inches. He's got a little bubble of allowing them to charge, and that is probably what they want to do. Excellent. Where are they going?
I'm thinking into Incubi and Mrs. Succubus.
I love it. Awesome. Well, they decided to charge both the Incubi and the Succubus, and then this ATV tried to make a long bomb charge with that Raider, however it fails. Okay, so the Incubi is going to roll his Tormentors. You'll leash of 8. So on a 9+, you will fight last. Oh, so close. And I don't have any Coven stuff to make you -1 nearby, because you did kill the Venom. Okay, so with that, it is Assault Intercessors' time to shine. Okay, so they charge in. They get +1 to hit in characters because they are in Tactical Doctrine. You did get 4 attacks into the Incubi. Killed him. I failed 1 of my saves. And you did 13. I did lightning fast reactions to make you hit on 3s, which did help. 13 saves into the Succubus. So, I'm going to go 4 at a time. She has 5 wounds remaining. I do have a CP left to reroll. I know you can fight twice, which is more than likely she's going to die regardless. But I like to keep her alive to hit you back, because that's the only way that I get this. So 4 up invulnerable saves on her. She will take 3, and then she can take 3 more here. Okay, so she's down. She's taken 3. She has 2 wounds remaining, right? So she's going to take 1 more, and now she has 1 more remaining. Is it worth a CP reroll? Statistically not worth a CP reroll, which means I'm going to let her die and keep the CP. If it was like the last one, then sure, but she does go down. So end of the turn, you will successfully get 2 points. Oh no, I hold this one. I have 5 models to your 4. I do owe you a morale over here. He lost 4 of his friends, and he's only leadership 7, so he is going to run away because he doesn't like what you did to all of his friends. And so you get 2 bonus points. You get another bomb down for another 3 points for your secondary, and you got 3 points for Warp Ritual. And for Grind Them Down, you have successfully killed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, which might mean that you get 3 points after my turn. So with that, I do hold 1, hold 2, so I will get 4 points, and we move on. If you would have killed that, I would have actually gotten hold 3, so it would have been 10. So it's kind of good that you didn't kill that Raider. And with that, on to my turn. And I have done moving. I've decided to engage the Space Marines quite aggressively. The court moved a 6-inch advance, so they're really fast. My keys to try and kill them. So I've got the little Cavalite Warrior unit. I've got the Venom that's getting their leadership at -3 right now, thanks to his auras. I've got the Archon, who also rolled a 6. He's going to just run his Gym Blade right into the 2 Space Marine characters and essentially try and at least kill the Librarian, because I want to make sure that he dies. Then Drazar is also getting into there as well. You know, so we'll see. Maybe you might have to soak up an Overwatch, or I might just send the Archon in and have the Archon soak up the Overwatch. So I am very curious as to what's going to happen there. On this side, I'm making sure I'm holding this objective with Cabalites that got out of that Raider. The True Ones stayed in. The Raider moved up. From the other Raider, I got both units out. One got into No Man's Land, into behind enemy lines territory, and the other one has moved up to essentially charge into that and just try and contest or take away that objective to then bring him down to another 4 / potentially to 0, depending on how much damage I do in this general area. Whew, wow, that was a talk and a half. Okay, so with that, let's dive into the shooting phase, and we'll be back to see what I do. Also, these 6 incubi back here are just hiding in this quarter to do my retrieve data back here. Yeah, that's all that's gonna happen. Over there. You know what? Yeah, they're gonna do it over here. I could do it with those Cavalites over there, but I'm just gonna get them out of the way so then I can move them up and start killing some Space Marines later, hopefully. And there you have it, end of the shooting phase. I killed 4 out of that 5-man unit, mainly with Phantasm Grenade Launchers, which was great. I did kill that entire unit with a bunch of blasters mainly, and then a couple of like other rifle shots. So that just completely died to shooting. Sad because I don't get like the kill in close combat, and I was kind of hoping that would be the case. However, I'm hoping to get at least 1 kill in close combat here with the Court of the Archon. But with that, we go into charging, and my Archon is going to charge your Librarian and the Plasma guys.
Is that your final answer? Because
that is my final answer.
Spending my command point for
watching?
Inceptors.
Absolutely, I love it.
And I think we're going to, how many wounds does he have?
He has 5 wounds with a 2-up invulnerable save.
I'm gonna do my favorite tactic of just overcharging them because it's fun.
Yep, I like it. And if they die, and they all die from that, that means I fail my charge, which is a really fun little tidbit there for all of you folks at home. All right. After all that shooting, Archon Skari took 2 saves, and he did it on a 6-up invul save instead of a Shadow Field because he doesn't want to fail the Shadow Field save. And he is alive. He took 2 damage, and he's going to charge in 11. So he's just going to get in, right on this side over there. Excellent. And then Drazar is going to jump in as well, and Drazar will also charge. Let me see what he needs to charge both. Drazar is only going to go into the big guys like that. Cool. Okay. So then we've got some other charging. This unit of Cavalites is going to charge into the 1 ATV that has 2 moves remaining. So they're going to go 3 inches, just that's enough. And then they're all going to charge into this lone guy here. And they go 6 as well. So at the end of my turn, well, let's just say the court ate that one guy. The Archon made the big Inceptors fight last so that they wouldn't interrupt into Drazar. And then Archon Skari just murdered the Incubi with his Gin Blade. And then Drazar, fighting twice, just killed the Transhuman Physiology Plasmacutioners. Got himself onto the objective. Over here, I did nothing to this ATV, however, I'm on the objective. That was the whole point, is to just stop you from scoring points. And now you get to attack me back with an ATV and the Commander. Well, and then, of course, Archon Skari gets to fight twice once per game, so he might end up fighting into your guy again. Because if he survives, I'm going to punch you because you heroic me. Okay, super double power fist wielding, +1 to hit, +1 to wound, Gravis Captain fighting into Archon Skari. 6 power fist wounds. So I'm going to go ahead and start with his regular 6-up invul. He has 1 that he can make, and then he has to start taking Shadow Field saves. So 6-up. No. Thank goodness that wasn't the Shadow Field. See, that's why you start with the regular saves. He has 1 wound remaining, and now the Shadow Field begins. First one, he's okay. Second one, he's just gonna die. Yes! You're so happy.
I did something.
Yeah.
I killed him.
You did. He's so dead. Blah. You killed Archon Skari because he failed his 2nd Shadow Field save of the game, which is, par for the course. Okay, so with that, you get your little ATV to attack some of these Cavalite Warriors as well.
What, 4 attacks each? 18,
I have no idea. And after Archon Skari died, The ATV tried to kill some Cabalites, but didn't do anything because I passed all my army saves. So with that, it is the end of my second turn. It's only turn 2. It already feels way past what it should be. So I killed 2 units in close combat plus a character, so it'll give me 5 for take them alive. So I maxed that out for that battle round. As for kills, I killed 1, 2, 3, 4 units. Did I only kill 4?
Intercessors.
And the Dreadnought,
yes,
5. But you did kill Skari, bringing you to 6. So you will get your grind them down thanks to killing Skari. Good. But I do get 4 points for behind enemy lines, and more importantly, I've stopped you from being able to do any warp rituals for the rest of the game, which is quite massive. However, you do have 2, that's 6 points for that secondary there. You're probably going to do it over here, so it'll be 9 points. And I can't really do anything about that once you get those sorted. But with that, you do, though, only get 0 primary points.
Just 0.
Just 0. And I do hold that objective and this objective, which gives me 6 bonus points. And you do not get your command point because you do not hold your objective at the start of your turn. And with that, we're on to Space Marine turn number 3. End of the moon phase. What did you end up doing here?
Nothing much else is alive. The ATV is just gonna move over here.
Yep.
Chaplain gave himself buffs and Litany of Hate, so the captains can get full rerolls against Drazar.
I like it.
Eliminators right here are gonna pop another bomb. So you got 3 bombs all over the place.
Sabotage it, yep.
And Mr. Victor Tactical Warsuit sees your Archon board, and we're just gonna roast him.
He's like, what are you protecting now? That's right, nothing, because I killed him.
Oh yeah, we're still in Tactical Doctrine, so continue the character killing.
I like it. On to the shooting phase. End of the shooting phase recap. I just want to say my Court of the Archon totally soaked up all of his shooting and took 3-4 wounds in total. My 5 up Feel No Pains were hot fire. Other than that, I lost 1 Cavalry Warrior from some ATV shooting, and the multi-melt I did finally blow up my Raider, giving you a kill. So any charges you want to do? Of course, you don't have to do the bomb there. You did putting a bomb on here.
Yep.
Charges.
Chaplain is going to charge into the Cabalites here. That's free up the ATV.
Yep. Ooh, makes it.
Good.
He wants to go free up the ATV.
We are within 6 inches to give Litany of Hate.
Yep, I like it.
And then we're going to do another cheeky charge here.
Mm-hmm.
Into him.
Okay. Into
Cabalites.
the squad. Yep. Cavalry squad. Oh, that's a 6.
Right.
He should make it. And he's down to 5 wounds remaining, correct? Took a couple of wounds.
This guy?
Yep.
I don't think it's really wounds, but
He did. Okay, so fighting. The Chaplain killed 3, but I was able to pull the ones out of combat with the ATV. Now there's still 2 left there. This ATV killed another 2, but there's still 2 Cabalites there. And then now Drazar gets to fight. I did make you fight last. If they were a little closer, I could have consolidated, get close, and then actually just piled into here, and then fought them a second time, which would have been hilarious. But they're a little too far. You are transhumaning your commander, because Drazar gets reroll hits and wounds. He's what, 6 or 7? How many wounds did he have?
I think 7 wounds base?
Something like that, yeah. So Drazar went in with his 7 attacks, rerolling hits and wounds. Did all 7 wounds because he rolled like an absolute monster, and you failed like 5 saves out of the 7 4-ups. So I just killed you. Okay, now you're debating whether or not you want to punch me in death and use your last 2 command points to try and do some damage.
I think I have to because nothing else like a command point really. Everything is like gone.
Everything else is, that's how it goes. Okay, so Mr. Commander, he does have like no charge this time. So you just get a bunch of attacks though.
5 attacks base plus 1 because he has double fist.
I like it.
Hitting on 2s because you're a character.
I am definitely a character. So you get +1 hit. Ooh, all hits. Very
and then
nice.
I am strength 8.
With +1 to wounds, 2s. Nothing I can do to stop that. Okay, 4 saves. AP 4 or AP 3. So 4 up impulse, and I'm -1 damage. Drazar takes 2 damage, unless they're like super ones.
No, they're just regular punchy fists.
Okay. So Drazar's down to 4 wounds remaining, and he's taken down your character, and then he piles in, boop, into that unit of intercessors, and he fights again. Well, Drazar just nuked that whole unit. So him alone literally cleared that whole Drazar. He's 145 points of absolute murder. I love him so much. Much to the chagrin of my opponent. You've been a good sport about it though.
It's
so.
fun. You know what I'm gonna be a better sport? I'm gonna
You're gonna blow him up?
I'm gonna blow him up out of spite.
On a 2-up, he just takes 3 mortal wounds. Yep.
Eat it. If you want to do it, you can do it over here too.
Yeah, no, he's literally gonna come and fight them and then probably die.
There's another bomb here.
There is another bomb over there now. Okay, I do get a couple more attacks over here. But other than that, it's basically gone way south for the poor Space Marines. Okay, so start of my 3rd turn, I will get a 12 because I hold lots of objectives. You did at the end of your turn get 2 points there for holding that. You've killed 1 thing for bringing it down. Actually, I owe you a coherency check here. Nope, that snake is definitely out of coherency. And he runs away. He was so brave, but decided to just run away because he stayed out of coherency. But with that, let's dive into the end of the turn. Drazar literally just flipped this whole game on its head by himself. So I'm just going to probably go up. He's probably going to go and attack this thing here, just because I hate dreadnoughts and anything that is dreadnought-like. To hopefully get rid of that, because and then they can, of course, stay alive or whatever. Okay, with that, let's dive into the movement phase, but we'll probably play it out here and see what we talk it out at the end here as well.
Daring to go on the objective?
He is. He's daring to go on the objective. Okay, so moving-wise, I moved these Cavalry Warriors back. I do have 3 command points, so I'm going to spend 1 command point to let this unit back here shoot after falling back. And that's that. I put the other Cavalry Warriors in there, and then that Venom moved up. The Incubi ran forward. I'm doing my retrieve Nephilim data with that unit back there in that corner to get my last one. My Trueborn is still in this raid over here. Other than that, the court rolled another 6 for advance. So they're just gonna soak up some Overwatch if needed, basically.
I got no CP.
There you go. Oh, that's right, no CP. Oh, that makes that easier. Cool, awesome. Other than that, Drazar is gonna brave the bomb. Brave the bomb. Leave a comment down below. Will Drazar blow up? Yes or no?
I say yes.
You say. I say no. I think he'll add insult to injury and like completely survive.
I just jinxed myself. It's gonna be a 1. It's gonna be a 1 now.
You said it, bro. Okay, so let's do some shooting here. Well, with shooting, I was able to kill both of the ATVs, and I put 1 wound on them, and he made his save against the blaster that he was aimed at. So good job on him. No wounds for you. So Drazar is actually going to go in and charge both units because he can, and he's essentially going to go whoop, right in the middle there. And then the court is just going to charge your little ATV thing, and then go, it's 6 inches. And then over here, I'm going to go ahead and do this Raider into your chaplain. Basically just to protect that unit of Cavalry Warriors. Nice. Okay, we're gonna call this on camera. Drazar just went in and did 15 damage to that poor little Invictor Tactical War Suit. And is he gonna blow up? Ah, so close. No CP there. And then Drazar's gonna do Drazar things and turn around and now attack this poor unit. Man, Drazar, we should have a little kill count of all the things Drazar has killed this game. Okay, so they also take 3, because it's for every model unit. That's 3 for every unit. That's really good. Okay, I'm gonna put it on an herbal. And he doesn't care. He literally passed all his field events. Amazing.
I keep seeing that happen.
Yep. Okay, so with that, I will get my 5 for Take Them Alive, because I killed your commander, and then I killed 2 more things. And behind enemy lines for another 4, my 3rd retrieve data, and I hold the 2 for another 6, but you kind of understand where this is going.
Yep.
And with that, it is game. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. That was, okay, let's do a little post-game check. Okay, so that was game. Whew, that was quick and brutal.
Yeah, very hard.
I know.
Space Marines at low points is difficult.
Yes, 1,500 points. You know, definitely also a very tough mission because we rolled the mission out to play against Dark Eldar or any sort of fast-moving army because I just contest all the objectives and go wherever I want. You know, you've got like the 2 lines of objectives here, and I pushed up one side and then got into the middle, and then that was so you just couldn't score primary.
Yeah.
So what was your game plan going into this?
I was really hoping just go for the middle, just keep doing objectives like the warp ritual, and then being able to at least kill Capitalites. I was expecting like pop transports here and there, the Redemptor staying alive, the giant tactical war suit just moving up the flank, just threatening you. But it looked like it didn't happen because Drazar really put a cog in my plan.
He just murdered everything. Well, I actually got really lucky killing you Librarian because you transhumaned him. I got 2 wounds through, you failed 2 saves, and you spent a reroll.
Yes.
So I did 6 damage. I just killed the Librarian outright, which was a shame. But then Drazar killed He killed all of the plasma scepters.
Yep.
He killed your Gravis captain. He killed the infiltrators. He killed your tactical bar suit, and he killed all the Olympian.
I think he made us like 4 times his points.
What? He killed so many points. F in chat for all the Space Marines that he's taking. He's just dragging them back to the arena right now.
All the Battle Brothers, we pay respects.
That's right. At least the chaplain is alive.
I think other than that, I should have probably reinforced this flank over here rather than putting them here, so that I would have been able to like hold the line a little bit longer, maybe 1 or 2 turns more, and suffer casualties, but at least I hold the line.
Yep, you know, especially with Space Marines, just so elite, right? You know, as soon as you lose like pieces, it's hard to come back. And with multiple small unit Drukhari units, like I have 2 little models there, I have 2 little models there, and all those models still help me score points, which does come in handy quite a bit. Well, other than that, tell us a little about Northern Knights Gaming.
We're Northern Knights Gaming. We have 4 partners. We release a lot of amazing bat reps, live streams, and gaming videos, and a lot of other beautiful content. Like us on YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, I love it. You're out of Richmond Hill near Toronto, Canada, basically right up there, very close to my house. I just finished filming at Mini Wargaming, came up this way, had a game. We had a really fun game, a live stream. That was like a couple of months ago now, like before the summer. It was a while back.
We already played against each other once already.
Yeah, and a tournament too, against your Raven Guard again as well.
Yeah.
And you're going to the X-Planet tournament.
Yes, sir.
This Saturday, which will be really fun. And I'm doing a full, like a tournament recap there. Other than that, thanks a lot for having me. Really appreciate it.
Thanks very much, Skari.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And make sure you check them out on YouTube's and Instagram. I'll put the link in the description. A huge shout out to the channel Patreons, without whom none of this would be possible. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, that's the best way to do so I can keep on doing awesome content like this. After all, I've been Skari, your grateful host, signing off until next time. The Dark Kin. Drazar is on steroids.